The wondering mind. The wondering mind. The wondering mind.
Where the mind wanders. What the fuck is up, everyone? It's your boy, Kevin motherfucking G. Welcome back to another great and exciting episode of the Wondering Mind Podcast, where the mind wanders. I, of course, am your host, Kevin motherfucking G. Welcome back to another great. I just repeated myself twice. Welcome back. Listen. Hey, dame mi chela. Speaking of that, dame mi chela. My bad. As you can tell, we already got a couple brewskis in. One, to be exact. But, of course, I am not here by myself. We got another great guest this week, okay? Today, I wanted to learn about music, you know? I was like, let me set my sights on some musical instruments, you know, some keys, some vocals, some bass. Let me introduce my guest, Mikey.
What's up, Kevin? Too kind, thank you.
You like my soundboard?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Shut up.
Yeah.
They never stop applauding.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, no problem. Mikey, you played the bass guitar, right?
That's the main instrument, but I'm not afraid to pick up any instrument. Like, I dabble in drums, and I also play a little bit of keyboard when I can. Mm-hmm. But I'm good enough at guitar to know that I suck.
A multi-talented individual here. Look at that. Before we dive too deep into it, let me just get my plugs out the way. I know you guys are like, you're like a tampon commercial, but I need these plugs, right? If you want to follow me on Instagram, okay? If you want to follow the Wondering Mind Podcast in itself, that is Instagram.com/The Wondering Mind Podcast. Podcast is spelled with the 0. Don't get it confused, okay? If you want to follow me personally, right, you're like, Kevin, I like your channel and shit, but I want to know who you are. Instagram.com/ElKevinGuerrero. There you can see my nudes, my feet pics, and if you're lucky, it might even show you an anal gland. Second... We just firing through these ones. Second, YouTube channel, okay? You're like, I want to know who you are, Kevin. What do you do on the day-to-day basis? You know, I see you podcasting all the time, pero ¿quién eres? YouTube.com/Delirious Escapade. That is my second channel. That is more of an adventure vlog type channel. That's where me and Maria go out and about and just show you guys what we do when we're not podcasting, okay? But you're like, Kevin, what if I'm an old lady? What if I'm an old man? What if I don't know how to use technology like Instagram and all that kind of whatchamacallit? Facebook.com/Kevin G. Guerrero. That is where all my old lovers are. Okay, that's all for my plugs. You want to plug anything, Mikey?
Oh, no, man. I'm here for the good times, man. Right. Let's talk.
Just here for the good times, like my ex-wife. If I was only married. Okay, yeah, you know, I said I was done with the plugs, but I got one more. If you're listening to the podcast version only and you're not on YouTube, I recommend you scroll on over to the Wondering Mind Podcast, because you'll be like, why is this number episode 90? But you only got like 4 episodes in. Well, it's because the rest of the motherfucking podcasts are on an exclusive YouTube channel, okay? I didn't have the technological know-how to know how to upload on a podcast network. But guess what? I fucking do now. So, and I'm not going back and uploading all those past episodes. And let's see. Last thing, okay? You're like, Kevin, shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's okay. I got one last thing. We got Mikey over here saying, am I just here for looks? Mikey is here like a showgirl, you get me? He's just beautiful over here.
Whatever. You're too kind, Kevin.
If you're listening on iTunes, any iTunes 5-star review plus a comment, it doesn't have to be a good comment, right? Maybe you say, Kevin, your beard's too long. Kevin, your breath smells bad. I can smell it through the mic. You could say any fucking thing. One comment will be chosen on next week's podcast to get shouted out. That's all I got. I'm not going to send you anything. Listen, you should be sending me dimes and nickels. And I ain't talking about the coins. That was a good one. That's not what I wanted. Hold up. One more time. Oh, yeah. There we go. That was better. All right. Now that we got everything out of the way, Mikey, this is, like I say, this is not an interview. It's never an interview. Yeah. It's just a podcast where two homies just come together and communicate verbally, orally, if you will. auditorily if you're a listener. Okay, let's just what instrument was the first thing that you first picked up? What like got you into the music?
Well, who's the recorder, man? The recorder in
recorder in elementary?
Oh hell yeah! No,
I was gonna say, damn, someone finally got influenced.
I'd give it all thanks to whatever teachers I had in school, because out of all the teachers I had in school, like the music teachers are like the only ones that actually motivated me to pursue that lifestyle.
The music teachers?
Yeah, like Mrs. McGee in elementary.
Yeah.
Dude, I ran into her like a couple months ago. Like we were eating breakfast at A&D Diner in Lex.
Yeah.
And then like this lady walks up. I don't recognize her, but she still looks like young and shit.
Yeah, she still looks the same?
Well, yeah. It's like, and she's like, "Are you guys the Becerras?" Like, "Yeah, it's Gene McGee." I was like, "Oh shit!" And like,
oh shit.
Like I got up and hugged her. I was like, "Oh, you have no idea." It's like I would not be in the music world where I am at without like your teaching. You know? Mm-hmm. It's like, cause she always made like music class fun, wouldn't you think? Like
hell yeah. Even
like,
no matter what, even when she was reading a book like that fucking glitter fish. What was that glitter fish called?
Rainbow fish.
Rainbow fish. I was fucking getting his scales to me. Yeah, Ms. McGee was a pimp ass teacher.
Yeah. But like not only that, but also like Mr. Scharf and Mr. Hansen in the high school and Mr. Oberg in middle school. Like they all like. They were never like a negative like force on me. It's just like even if I was being a dipshit in class, you know, they were stern, but like they still motivated me to do better. You know?
Yeah, it wasn't just straight corporal punishment.
Yeah. It's like, "Oh, you're staying after school." Like they usually gave me like this look that, you know, like you wish that they would just yell at you instead. You know?
Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
But the first instrument that like made me realize that I was good at like reading music and playing it was.
You could actually read it, man. I see that shit and I see Braille, man.
Well, yeah, it's practice, man. It's just like talking, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not like you learn more. You learn how to talk more by reading, you know, reading actual words and stuff. And that's how reading music goes in my opinion. But I played the saxophone first.
Oh shit, some sensual jazz. Yeah. Were you wowing the ladies with it? Playing that
No, dude, it was just playing hot cross buns left and right, man.
Mad game over here. What's that sax song that everyone plays when it's getting sexual?
I
know it goes.
That's Wham. It's a band called Wham. George Michael and some other guy.
Yeah, fuck. I cannot think of the name of it, but damn, that song. Once you hear that,
gonna dance again.
Once you play that song, man, it's over, right?
Yeah.
Lock the doors, turn off the lights, and you got yourself one great night.
Yeah.
But how do you pick up the jazz? Who gave you a saxophone? I mean,
it was in fifth grade when they asked the kids who wants to be in band, and they have like all the instruments around to show you, like they try to teach you how to blow air through the instrument so you can play it, and like they give you certain ratings based on how you do on each instrument. Like, and the saxophone and the trombone were the best ones I got.
You got some good lungs.
It's practice.
Practice. You just said straight off the bat you had good lungs.
Well, at the time, I'm pretty sure I've ruined them with all the stuff I've done.
I could have been a saxophone player. The tuba.
But they recommended me play either a saxophone or a trombone, and I wanted to play the saxophone. And then, excuse me, in high school, in middle school, I also was open to play. Like I was open to play other saxophones. Like I played the Barry sax, which is like the bigger one. Has that like the foghorn.
Yeah. Is that named after Barry White?
No, it's the baritone saxophone. They just short it down to Barry sax.
But Barry is that dude with the deep ass voice, right? Barry White.
Oh, Barry White, yeah.
I thought it sounded like you could have convinced me right now. It was named after him because of his deep sexual voice.
No, it's just like an abbreviation or a short name. Yeah, it's a baritone
So
saxophone.
it was named after a bear, huh?
Yeah, the one that you hear in that George Michael song.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
an alto saxophone, and then there's
Alto means higher.
yeah,
You're learning things here today.
yeah. And then, but there's probably like 13 different classes of saxophone. Like there's a soprano sax, and then there's like a I don't know like the actual name, but they're like Italian or Latin.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was that many fucking saxophones.
Oh, dude, there's bigger saxophones than the bari sax. There's the contrabass.
Contra. God damn.
It's the contrabass, and this thing was like probably as tall as I am. Yeah, and like
Really?
the horn on the bottom of it looks like a.
Let me look it up real quick. You make
Yeah.
me sound too sexy over here.
Yeah, no. Oh, there's other saxophones that like you can't even like they don't even need straps. They just sit them down on the air, and they have to sit on a stool to play them.
All right, let's see it. Let's take a gander at this. What you
See,
mean?
that's a contrabass right there. That's just a. That's just a. You'd have to look up contrabass saxophone.
Saxophone. I'm over here looking at a giant violin. There it is. Let's see. More like sexy phone, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! God damn, that thing's huge.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's taller. That looks like it's a 5 foot man, and that thing looks like it's over 6.5 feet or something.
Yeah. See, and that's just then. I think there's more than like. There's different levels of it. Like I said, there's.
Yeah.
It all depends on the key that it's in.
Oh, that's right here. Look at this shit.
Oh yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah, like there's the soprano saxophone all the way on the left. It almost looks like a clarinet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even know. Look at this. Did you know there were so many fucking saxophones around here? Yeah. Oh my god, Maria's an artiste. Why you lying? You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it. You want another beer?
I'll take one. Yeah.
We gotta get another one. But the saxophone after that, how do you move forward after that?
In high school, like 1 year that like a whole bunch of the upperclassmen were graduating, there was gonna be like no more low brass in the marching band. So they asked people if anybody would want to play, and I volunteered to learn how to play the baritone, which is like it's like a small tuba almost, but it's thank you. It pretty much sits on your lap in concert band. It sits on your lap and the horn goes up.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but when you're playing it in marching band, it's just like a fat trumpet.
You have to sit down to play it though.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So you could just carry it around.
Yeah, you could carry. You could probably march with a regular euphonium. Is the
euphonium.
name.
Look at all these fancy words. It sounds like he's Harry Potter over here putting me under a spell.
Oh no, you gotta thank all the teachers, all the music teachers from Lex Public Schools, man.
Yeah, damn. They actually the music. I mean, the words actually stuck in your head, huh?
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah,
that's good teaching right there.
Do you know what a glockenspiel is?
I know what a Glock is. A Glock 45. Yeah. No, I don't know what that is.
It's an instrument that like you hear in concert band that makes like a weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at this. I knew I chose the right guy. What'd I tell you? We got Mr. The smartest man with the instruments over here. But so you were in band in high school then, huh?
Yeah.
All 4 years or?
Yeah, and I played jazz band 3 years. I played bari sax my freshman year, and then junior year and senior year I played bass trombone.
What's the difference between jazz and band club?
Well, you have to, see, if you're in band in high school, you automatically have to be in the marching band too. It's part of the curriculum. But you also so everyone that's in marching band is in the concert band too, and that's just part of the whole class.
Yeah.
But the jazz band is like right after marching band is over, they have auditions for people to be in jazz band, and they take like 4 or 5 saxophones and 4 or 5 trombones and 6 trumpets or so.
Yeah.
And like they take people to play other instruments like the piano, bass, keyboards. Bill Reynoso, he played guitar our senior year. In the jazz band. Yeah.
I've seen him with a guitar. So do you have to like so that's a spot you have to like fight for?
Not. You have to audition.
Yeah, but like, what? Let's say there's 2 like saxophone players. What could only take one, or do they have like a backup one, or?
No. It's whoever's in the jazz band is in the jazz band. But like, you know, if you have so many like unexcused absences, they're gonna kick you out.
So there's like
And
tree
then-
outs, huh?
Yeah. No, there's there's tree. Come to the tree outs.
To the tree out.
How do you make it? You show up to the tree outs, you big dumb bitch.
Shout out to the longest yard. I love that movie.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious.
But yeah, were you? So you had to audition then?
Yeah.
How nervous
Yeah.
were you when you had to audition?
Oh, hella nervous, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of practice beforehand?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, they give you everyone gets the same sheet music to audition with, so it's easier for them to base who can play what better.
Yeah.
And it's usually like a scale or two, and then you have to learn the blues scale, which is man, I'm not that smart in music to explain what the blues scale is, but
Smarter than me. That's all that matters.
but you have to play a certain amount of scales, and then they give you like 3 or 4 bars that you have to play, and they just see how well you can play. How it helps them learn to know how fast you can sight read too.
Yeah. What's sight reading?
Sight reading is when you're handed a fresh sheet of music and you're playing it right there as you're reading it.
Yeah, that'd be. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how to read music, so that shit would be difficult. Plus, I mean, you say it comes with time, but still, I could barely read English, and I've been here 27 years.
Yeah. Dude, it's gonna be just like like learning any trade or just like learning how to podcast. You know, you don't do good at first, but you learn. You watch other people do it, and you just got to be a sponge for whatever like art form you take.
But okay, let's say they hand you a sheet music. Is that the same for a guitar, drums, all of that?
It depends on the key too, because like there's like on a if you were. Do you have like a piece of paper or something? Because I could draw it out. I could draw it on my phone. Shit.
Yeah.
I got that fancy note shit.
Oh damn! Look at that. Oh shit! He has a pencil came out of his phone.
Yeah. See, like, if you were to read like a piano, like if you were to read a piano sheet music right here.
Yeah. For those of you listening, he's drawing lines on his phone.
See. You'll see the bar of music like this, but on this you're gonna have the treble clef, and down here you're gonna have the bass clef. If you remember that from music class.
Yeah, the higher,
yeah,
you said lower
like,
sounds.
Yeah, and so like reading notes on the bass clef is different than reading notes on treble clef. So you got to learn how to read where notes are on each clef, but. Yeah, if you were to give a trumpet player a saxophone piece of music, then it might not play it as well, but they could play the same music.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I always wondered about that because I seen like
because when you think about what you're doing when you're playing music, you're playing notes, and let's say like a song is a sentence or a part of a song is a sentence. You learn how to read that sentence, and then you play it. It's just
okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy because every time I see like a movie or something, they always just hand them all the same piece of paper. I'm like, the drums, the fucking guitar, everything.
Everyone has their set music. What
they're contributing to the
Yeah, but then the guy who's like the director, he's got like everyone's.
Yeah. Why does he move his arms around so much?
Keep time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it helps people keep time. If he's keeping time with the I don't know what you call the stick there, but it's if I'm reading my sheet music, I can use my peripheral vision to.
So you could watch him like that?
Use your peripheral vision while you're reading the music, and when you're practicing all this concert music, you pretty much you memorize it. You know.
Yeah.
For me, I did. It was easy to memorize.
Yeah.
Music.
So it was easier. What's easier, reading the music or playing the music?
It's probably reading it. No, or playing it. It's just like because like it's just like talking. You know, you can have people who are really good at talking, and it probably takes them like 3 or 4 minutes to read a single sentence because they have like dyslexia or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my dyslexic. That's me. Man, so like let's say you get handed a sheet of paper you start playing, could you just like riff and start going off on your own, or what's that called? Is it just called a riff when you start doing your own thing?
A riff is like when you're it's just like a guitar riff. It's just like a certain part of a song that, hey, check out this riff, you know.
So a guitar riff is similar to a drum solo, but they have their own like
Or
limelight.
a drum beat. No, it's like a drum beat, or it's like a bass riff, or it's just like, hey, listen to this bass riff, or listen to this riff on piano, dude. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's just like a scramble of notes. Put like it's a like, listen to this sentence, dude.
Yeah, but they like sprinkle those in like in concerts, right? Just to like, yo, check out this, and then like they put all the spotlight on the guitar player, just, and then like they bring back the band. So is that all like planned and orchestrated there? Then it's like, okay, this is.
It depends on the scene too. It's just there's like if we're playing in like jazz band for say, there'll be a section where sometimes in a sheet of music it'll give you the notes they want you to play in the solo, or it's the signature solo of a certain song.
Yeah.
But sometimes in the sheet music it'll just have like certain bars across it, and then they'll just give you a key to play, and then they'll just give you a room to improvise.
Oh shit. Okay.
There's some improvisation in some music.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of jazz music there's improvisation, and like there's like jam band stuff, like Dave Matthews Band, or
I love him.
no, there's a lot of jam bands out there, even like around the area. Like my friends shout out to Cruise Control.
Shout out to Cruise Control.
Yeah, they're a band that started here in Kearney, and they're playing in Omaha. They're some of the homies.
Mm-hmm. What music do they play?
They play reggae and funk. So
Reggae.
Like, yeah, they're
funk.
Yeah, and they get pretty psychedelic sometimes. They're pretty cool. They have like a they have like a they have a Sublime set, and they have a good base of covers, but they have a good base of their own originals too.
Mm-hmm.
And their originals is hard to pinpoint like what kind of genre they really are, because they can get down and heavy. They have some rocking sections. They have sometimes they're kind of like, you know, kind of funky and get you going down and stuff, you know. And but they're an all around good band, and they're good people, man.
Here in the Kearney, where do you usually play, or where do you play at? Or
I've played in Kearney. I've played at the other side. That's the one that's across the street from the museum.
Not this side, but the other side.
No, but it used to be Nick's on the Bricks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And, that place. Yeah.
And I played at it when it was Nick's on the Bricks too.
Yeah. Yo, they had the perfect fucking venue, I feel.
Oh,
that stage,
yeah.
you know, it was actually higher. The crowd, or the, you know, wherever you eat, it's just lower tables.
Yeah,
I love that whole atmosphere.
It's a pretty good place. Another place is Gillies. They have a small stage.
I have not been there, but how's the stage?
It's tiny, dude. It's pretty small, but it's good to have like an intimate show. You know, it's just like there's where I first saw Cruise Control, and like they were friends of Isaac's, the guys that I'm partnered up with the studios. But they have a small stage, and like they have subs there, so like it has a pretty good sound for a small bar, and it's a nice little bar too. But I've also played at okay. Here's a quick fact that some people might not know about Mikey, but I played in a country band for like
really
2 years. Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. It's when there's a demand for that kind of music in the area, you make quite a bit of money doing playing some of the shows. Like I played a show for do you know what Cashway is? The food district?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
Cashway.
they had the country band that I was in, the male singer in that runs IT for at Cashway. So they had a customer appreciation banquet at the Unicenter.
Yeah.
And they had the band that I was in at the time. It's called Prairie Fire. They had us play for their customer appreciation
Yeah.
benefit, and I that was probably the highest paying show I had to this day.
Where is it, inside or outside?
It's inside.
Yeah.
They have that conference center, you know, like where people have weddings and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but they like took out all the center section, and it's a big old hall. And, yeah.
So I mean, like you were saying, you know, like there's a smaller, more intimate one. Like in comedy, that is you have to change up your set. Like if you're doing like for a bigger audience, you have to be more open, more broad, more like For an intimate, you know, when you're doing
be more personal.
You have to be you know, not as loud. You have to be more quiet, more one-on-one. You know.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have to change stuff up?
Yeah, especially because like last year, this other band that I'm currently playing in called the Lawnmower Dogs. Shout out to Justin Kluver.
Lawnmower Dogs.
He's the singer of that band. He's pretty much our band manager too. But we got a gig last year for the state fair.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and we play. I mean, it was during the pandemic, so like it wasn't too big of a crowd, but it was still a show. And
where are all my masked people at?
Keep your masks on, but we're gonna take ours off.
We like to live dangerous. That's dope. Yeah, that's how many people were there then?
Oh, I'd say probably 50 people showed up.
Oh yeah, were they jamming?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like 90s rock, you know?
Hell yeah.
Like playing like Weezer and like Chili Peppers.
Dope. Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
What to get that gig? How do you get that gig? Was it the manager?
Oh yeah, it's just I should probably just tell you all the bands I'm in, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead and say all the band. Mikey, look. Okay, let me preface this real quick. I thought Mikey was in one band. He came out and he said, "I'm in 4 bands. I play with Metallica on the side. Sometimes when I'm lonely, I reach up to Disturbed. It's nothing, you know. It's just whatever I do."
No, I play in 4 bands right now.
4 bands.
My personal band that I started, it was a band called the Swimbirds.
The Swimbirds. Did you come up with that name?
Yeah. Well, one of my homies helped me with the name, but it was like I watched this. I got high as fuck one day. I was watching this I was watching this documentary with Manuel, my brother.
Yeah.
I was watching this documentary called The Blue Planet, and it talks about these one pelicans.
Oh, that's a beautiful show.
Yeah, dude, it is. Like on the very first episode, it talks about these birds off the coast of South America that fly out like 30 miles out into the sea, and they fucking dive into the water.
Oh, and get the fish.
Yeah, and they work with the dolphins, you know, together because the dolphins chase the fish up to the surface. I seen that one. Yeah. And I saw the birds like swimming birds. It's like, dude, that'd be a badass band name. I was like, so like at first it was gonna be like one of those fucking cheesy names like Mike and the swimming birds.
Yeah.
But I was like, one of my friends was just like, dude, just call it Swimbirds. And like that band I don't really like to call it a band, even though we are. It's more of like a collective of musicians.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like not every member is gonna be on every song. It's just like I don't play bass on every song in that band that we have. Like I play drums and some. But it's just like you listen to Wu-Tang Clan at all?
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah. But like, you know, not all 9 or 10 members of Wu-Tang rap on every song. You know?
Yeah.
And that's the way I like to hold this collective. It's more of just like, hey, you're here. Okay, let's get down.
Yeah, I mean,
let's play.
It's good. That way you get practice in like different places.
In my opinion, that's the only way you get better.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Like if you really want to get better, you have to play more than one instrument. That way
you have to play with more people.
Oh, with more people.
Play with other people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you get out of that?
You get their input into how they speak music, you know, how they play, and you know it's influence too. It's just when It's like you got to be a sponge. And it's just like, you got to be a sponge. Like you got to like, you know, like I listen to this and I listen to that and I listen to that, and it's like, and you listen to this and you listen to that. Like let's see what that combines.
Yeah, like what do you bring onto the table over here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know I always say you got to surround yourself with people way better than you. That way you could you're influenced by them. You know,
honestly, in high school, a lot I got to thank Bill for making me like a better guitar player, because he was always way better than me.
Yeah.
And and like seeing him play, he's like, man, he's only been playing. It's like only a couple more months than I have, and he's fucking good. You know, like I just gotta fucking keep going. And it's like having that. It's not like a rivalry or anything, but it's just like
it's good competition.
Yeah, it's just like but it's like it's a good
friendly competition.
It's a good form of competition to keep you on your toes and But also like having other people like that complement the instrument you're playing. Like I primarily play bass because that's the moneymaker for me. But it's like whenever I meet another drummer who can lock down with my playing, that's fucking great. Because like if you don't have a good rhythm section in a band, like you got to think of that as your backbone. It's like like how are you gonna take someone's words from a spineless motherfucker?
Hell yeah! When you say you say you gravitate towards bass, why is that? Why bass and not like the lead guitar or what the other guitars?
Okay, it's kind of funny. See. When like me, Manuel, and Bill, we like all picked up the guitar around the same time. Like my mom got my dad an acoustic guitar as a Christmas present, and like he never really played it, so I figured I fucking play it,
I got it.
Yeah, and once I learned how to tune a guitar, it just took off from there. Because like when you learn how to tune a guitar, you learn the notes that are on the guitar, and if you know your music theory enough to know what notes are which, and what order they go in, it helps.
I tuned the guitar and the fucking string ripped. Slapped me right on my forehead.
Either didn't string it right, or it was just a bad string.
I think this guitar was 2,000 years old, so I'm guessing it was a bad guitar.
No, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some things don't hold up.
So you guys all picked up the guitar at the same time, and then
Manuel and Bill were both better than me, but Manuel had also been playing drums.
Yeah.
So he was good at drums, and Bill was good at guitar. So I was like, fuck it. It's like we don't have a bass player. It's like, why don't I pick that up and learn that shit?
And bass is, I don't know if it's underappreciated. I don't know if it's underappreciated, but it's very important.
The only thing that it shares with the guitar is the shape.
The shape. Oh yeah.
The shape, because like I've seen a lot of bass players do this, but they ended up playing bass just like a guitar player, and that's not how it works. Because like when like I said, like a bass is part of the rhythm section.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta learn how to play bass like a drummer.
Oh really?
Yeah, because some of the best bass players and some of the best bass players in the world are also drummers too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like my favorite musician of all time is the bass player to Incubus.
Incubus, yeah.
Their bass player right now is a guy named Ben Kenny, and he used to play guitar for the Roots.
Okay.
Yeah, but he also has his own solo music where he plays every instrument and he sings, and like it's like he's also a drummer, and like he's also like one of the best bass players in the rock music scene right now.
I'm like, bass is hella fucking important, because when you see me cruising down the fucking street, what do you hear blaring out my fucking trunk? Just that's a fucking bass right there.
You don't hear bass, you feel it.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect fucking thing to say right there. You feel that shit in your chest.
You can hear the guitar screaming or fucking shredding. It's like when you're standing in front of a sub and you can just feel that bass fucking just rumbling off of you.
That's my favorite thing. I love fucking cruising. Listen, when I got a fucking system, I love somebody to drive me around while I'm in the back seat, and that back seat is rumbling. That shit feels amazing.
Oh, dude, yeah. One of my homies, my friend, shout out to Zach Devin, who's one of the homies who also helped me came up with the name Swimbirds.
Yeah.
But me and him would hang out back in the days when I was going to college in Hastings. Back when you got that one acoustic guitar and like you wanted me to teach you or something.
Yeah.
But like we never had time or shit.
That's the one I was talking about that ripped and hit me in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Where was Mikey when I needed him?
That was an old guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to cruise around in his old Ford Ranger. Mm-hmm. And he had a sub in his backseat. So he used to listen, like he listens to more like hip hop, and like he likes strange music and like Tech Nine and all that. And like he actually restored my faith in hip hop music again, because
Yeah.
before that I was like, oh man, rap sucks, man. It's just like, and then like he showed me bands like from like, well, not bands, but like he showed me like rappers, like he also showed me like Kid Cudi and like Lupe Fiasco and
great ones right there. Kid Cudi, we were just jamming to him yesterday. Kid Cudi's amazing.
Yeah, dude. And like some guys from Strange Music, like there's this band called Mayday, and they're from Florida, and like they started out like as an actual band. It's like a drummer, bass player, guitar player, and like a guy playing percussion and also DJing.
The whole everything.
Yeah, it was like an actual band, and like over the years they've gotten smaller, and they just like produce their own beats now. But like that, I had that idea too. Fuck, man, we're way off topic here.
Hey, this is called the Wandering Mind Podcast, where the mind wanders.
Yeah, I haven't even talked to you about all my other bands that I'm in. But
hey, we'll whatever you want, we'll talk about.
Yeah, the Swimbirds is the main band that I'm trying to get at. The whole point of this thing. But I don't want to be labeled as a certain genre in the Swimbirds.
Okay.
It's like there's times where like I listen to hip hop bass lines, and I play along to them on my bass.
Yeah.
And it's like, but not only do I listen to like hip hop, and I also like listening to like disco music and like dance music, like even some of the old Spanish music our parents listen to, like
those are classics, man. Those are great.
Los Bookies had dude, their bass player like back in the days was fucking top notch, man. He danced like a fucking weirdo, but he was fucking good.
Yeah, I look just like el pinche Marco Antonio Solis.
All right.
But what are your other bands in?
The other band that I talked about that was in the state fair last year is the Lawnmower Dogs. We're a 90s cover band.
90s cover.
Yeah.
I love, that's a good ass cover. If you're gonna cover anything, 90s music, right?
Yeah, that's the moneymaker band that I'm in right now. But it's also good because like every guy in that band is like proficient in their instrument, and we really only need to practice whenever we learn new material.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really need to practice old songs that we've been playing for like 2 years now.
Yeah, you ain't got to go back into the garage every day and be like, okay, we got to practice again. Come on, guys.
Yeah. But I play in another band called Stone the Thrones, and it's probably my favorite band to play in at the moment, just because like it's hard to put a label on what music we play there, but we're like I'd say a psychedelic heavy funk band.
Okay.
Because we fucking rock out sometimes, and we like to get funky too, but like we also like to throw in the weird vibes.
My favorite kind of shit. I fucking love those kind of funkadelic vibes and shit.
Yeah. You ever heard of funkadelic?
Maria is always jamming it. That's all. She's always playing it.
Yeah, George Clinton is the shit. One of the guys that I'm in the studio with actually met George Clinton. Yeah, he went to Mark. His name is Mark Schaefer, but he went to this thing called NAMM. It's a National Association of Music Makers, and it's a whole it's like a Comic-Con of music, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's all these vendors that like sell all their special instruments, and then some famous musicians show up if they're endorsed by him.
Yep.
But Mark was just sitting down, and this guy asked if he could sit down with them, and he looked at his bag and it said Parliament, because that's another band that George Clinton was in.
Yeah. And he was him.
And he had lunch with George Clinton.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just going to that convention. Huh? You'll never know who you meet.
Yeah. It's like he was telling me this other story that's kind of funny. He's a really good guitar player. He's like he knows how to play really good. But he said he was messing around on this one amplifier, and there's this guitar player named Herman Lee from Dragon Force, and he's like wicked good, and like does all this kind of shit, you know.
A guitar player?
Oh yeah.
And fast fingers, huh?
Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
he said that like Mark was saying, he plugged in, messed around, and kind of sounded sloppy. And he looked up, and this guy was looking at him like, really? He's like, all right, I'll just get out of here. I'll just go fuck off.
I'll just go ahead and show myself the door.
Yeah, right.
That's what other band then?
And I play in Mark Schaefer and Isaac, my two partners that I'm running the studio with. They play they met through a band called Dead End. It's a heavy metal band around the area, and it's like they sound just as bad as the name would make you believe to sound. But it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like a colossal terror in metal music. Just fucking in your face, fucking doom metal rock. You know.
I think I need to check them out. I like that kind of just straight craziness.
They have an album out already, and it's on Spotify actually. If you look them up.
Well, what's shout it out? Give it a shout
out to Dead End and Isaac Beale and Mark Schaefer. And
shout out.
They also accepted me into the band because their bass player at the time. Pardon me, I'm burping a lot.
That's a lot of fucking burr inside Mikey today.
Yeah. The bass player at the time, his name is Justin Williams, or we call him Jay Willie for short. But his wife got accepted and graduated her nursing program, so she's gonna be going to a medical school it's not near here.
Oh, okay.
So he's gonna be moving away with her. So him, Isaac, and Mark all asked me if I'd be willing to play bass to replace him. I'm not gonna say no because I like playing metal. Some of the first music I learned how to play on bass was metal. I was
like, fine, I guess.
I guess. No, it's been a blast.
Yeah, I bet. Do you practice with them a lot, or how's that?
Every other Sunday we try to practice with that band. See, with that band we try to practice every other week, and then with Stone the Thrones we practice every Thursday. The Lawnmower Dogs we barely practice because right now, we have a couple shows booked here in the future. I'd have to look at my emails and all my calendar to remember when. Mm-hmm. But we don't really practice much in that. And then the Swimbirds we practice every Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah,
so aside from practicing with the band, do you yourself practice every day?
I try to I try to play guitar for at least 5 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's noodling around or something, or actually practicing songs that I've been working on, but I try to practice.
One thing I love, I wish if I was musically capable, I would love to just plug in, put my favorite music, and then plug in an amp, and then just try to play with the band. Man, that shit would be amazing.
That's how I learned like a lot of bass. Like Friday, Saturday nights when all the other kids were out and about, I'd be in my room put my iPod on the stereo and
start playing with them.
Try to play along to
I love that
to all whatever song I felt like.
That shit would be dope, just fucking like put some headphones on or whatever, then just really get into that fucking band. It's like I'm part of it.
Yeah, and then playing bass for all this time. I've been playing bass for like now 13 years almost.
Damn.
Yeah, like playing along now is just like I almost feel like fucking the Kakashi of bass lines, just because of how many I know.
You know a lot, huh?
I know 1,000 bass lines. No.
And counting.
Yeah, right. No, it's when you find the instrument that suits you, like you find that you like once you find the instrument that you can speak the best with, like you learn how to talk in a lot of those languages.
Yeah, it's just about learning. Yeah, you have, would you say you're most knowledgeable in bass as opposed to like drums or any other instrument?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I just have the most time playing it. I've played the saxophone longer, but just I've put more time on bass.
Well, who gave you your first bass guitar then?
My parents, they got me a starter bass that I still have.
Okay.
And Isaac Beale painted it, and I've made some of my own modifications to it, but it's just old rusty.
Do you have a fancy new one or what?
Oh, dude, I have 7 basses.
Oh shit! God damn, 4 bands, 7 guitars. Mikey is not a man of singularity.
No, dude, I have 7 basses. The starter bass that I got from my folks, you ever heard of Fender?
I know. I've heard that.
Yeah, it's an American. It's one of the most common American made guitars, but mine was just it's called the Starcaster Squire jazz bass, which Squire is a company that's owned by Fender, but it's just like the lower brand that's not as expensive.
Yeah. So which one is like your favorite?
My favorite one is a bass that I call Wilma.
Wilma.
Yeah. No, it's the number for the bass is it's an Ibanez SR300M, which it's like if you look up an Ibanez bass, the SR series, they're like it's a certain shape and style of the Ibanez bass, but that's like besides my one Squire starter bass, all my other basses are Ibanez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ibanez, huh?
Yeah, Ibanez. And they're I don't know where they're from, but they make some of like the most versatile basses in my opinion. Like you can get it to sound like muffled and like thumping, like so you can play like in country or you play some disco stuff, or you can make it sound crisp to get like some really like grungy sounds and stuff.
Swing your partner round and round. When you were playing country, what were you thinking? Is it like was that like completely away from your genre?
Oh, dude, like. I have nothing against country music because there's some really good country music out there. But it's like there's not a single country bass line that makes me go, yeah, I'd like to play that bass line.
Haven't found it yet, huh?
Well, there's some good artists out there, and like there's some really good songs that can get you going. But
you gotta listen to Taylor Swift.
Like. And of course the band I was in, like they were playing top hits, it was like fucking Barefoot Blue Jean Night. Ugh.
That's a Barefoot Blue Jean Night.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, man. Like let's play some fucking Merle Haggard or some old shit. That's Johnny Cash,
That's when you should have gone on in your guitar riff.
Well, I this is a lot of shit I talk, but I say I made country music danceable. That's just me being a fucking pompous asshole.
When you were playing it, was there a good amount of people on the dance floor moving?
Yeah, it's just for the most part. Whenever like there's, of course, we had our shows where it's just paid practice,
Yeah.
But there'd be some good turnouts, like I played a couple street dances. Like they were pretty good turnouts.
Yeah. Well, okay. Before, let me get a couple of these questions. Oh, okay. This was one. How was your first band assembled?
My first band?
Yeah, because that's always a good story.
It's I'm still playing with 3 of the 4 guys that are in that band.
Oh shit. So
Well, it was a band called the 4 Horsemen.
The drink is awful.
Yeah, right. No, it was a band called the 4 Horsemen. It's a Metallica song, and we named it after that. But in high school, there was a variety show, like close to the end of the year, and me, Bill, Isaac, and Manuel all played a Metallica song for that. And we didn't. When I uploaded the video of us playing on YouTube, it was like I called us the 4 Horsemen, and that was it.
That's all it was. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, but it's like that was. I wouldn't even call that a band. We just played for that show, and then me and my brother formed Call for Dispatch with Isaac Beal and. Do you remember Zach Binky?
Yeah. Oh shit, he played an instrument.
Yeah, he's a really good drummer.
Really?
Yeah. But
goddamn, that muscle motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, he played drums in a couple of shows, and then we played with that lineup for like a year, and then we met this older fella named Steve Sadler from Cozad. And like he was like a solo show kind of guy, but we kind of played a couple sets with him here and there.
Yeah.
And we had a couple shows with that band, and Then like we just stopped playing, you know, after like our last show. We just
The band disassembled.
like, we just stopped practicing, and then that was it, you know.
When your first time getting on stage, how did you feel? Were you nervous?
Dude, my first show besides that high school one, well, I guess that high school one. I mean, I played in jazz band before, and you know, it's just like playing another concert. But like my first gig that I had at the Box Bar.
Oh shit!
It was with Call for Dispatch, and I mean, I was nervous that a lot of people weren't gonna turn up, but like a lot of friends showed up, and
Yeah.
like you know, some friend. One of the guys that plays in my band now actually showed up to that show. His name's you know, Remember Jonathan Alvidas?
Yeah.
Jonga.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's in one of my band. He plays with the Swimbirds occasionally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. He's gotten really good at guitar, considering like he has no music background. Like when it comes to schooling, like he didn't take any band class really.
It's just all intuitive, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
he
crazy.
learned chord shapes and just fucking picked it up on his own. He's really good at like reggae and stuff though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his strong suit for sure.
When you're on stage, you haven't been flashing no titties or throwing no dirty panties yet?
Oh, dude, I'm not that rock star. I'm not that kind of rock
Hey, if
star.
it makes you feel better, I'll go watch and I'll throw you my boxers.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
You're gonna be like, hey Kevin, learn how to wipe. Okay, do you got any crazy like stories from like performing? You know, people at the bar get a little too drunk or not anything like that, or has it all been chill?
Yeah, dude, this like at my first or second show at the Box Bar. I gotta do a little bit of a flashback before that, but we were practicing at my parents' garage in town, and this guy showed up and he watched us play, and this older fella, and he was telling us that he used to be a roadie for Motley Crue, and
Is that something to brag about?
I was like, yeah, yeah, exactly.
And like roadhead.
But he was a pretty good guitar player, and he jammed with us just because you know he was there. And then at our first show, our first or second show, I can't remember it. Like we start playing this classic song, and like this fool just straight up walks up on the stage and takes my microphone off of my stand.
Oh fuck!
And he starts trying to sing, but our sound guy didn't have the microphone on. So this guy's singing, and we're trying to get him off of the stage, and we're telling him, dude, this ain't your show. And
what
like,
the fuck?
Yeah, and and then Isaac's brother-in-law who walked up to the stage, and he's like, he's like signaling him, want me to get him off, and we're like, yeah, could you? And like when you try to pull him off, fool tried to fight him and shit. It's like, dude, this ain't your band, bro.
You're not even supposed to be up here.
Yeah, it's like, this ain't your band, bro.
Was he fucked up or was he just?
Dude, that guy's on one for sure, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did he pull him off or what happened?
Yeah, he just fucking made a scene and fucking kicked him out.
You should have grabbed the bottle and conked it on his head. Be like, that's just a warning.
That's your warning.
As he's bleeding down his skull. But let me see what else. Okay. Let's say because to be playing, to be on stage, you have to be like an extrovert. Would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert?
Oh, dude, I'm totally an introvert.
Dude,
I'm like totally out of my comfort zone at any show.
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned to roll with the punches, and it's just like you gotta find comfort in your discomfort zone, because you can't learn being comfortable all the time.
Yeah,
like, you gotta be given some sort of stress to help you learn how to deal with it. 'Cause like you really learn a lot about a person when they're in a stressful situation.
Yeah.
You ever notice when someone's fucking panicking and you're trying to talk to them and they fucking start like, oh, don't fucking talk to me right now.
Yeah.
And
how you deal in stressful situations.
Yeah. And I'd say it helps. It's like exposure therapy, I'd say. It's just like, people with arachnophobia, they just they fucking expose them to spiders, and they help, like They help them get used to it because most spiders actually have a friendly attitude.
Yeah, once you squish them, they're nice.
Yeah. No, but pet tarantulas have like the same friendly characteristics as like dogs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to be pet, and it's like that. Like the bigger the spider, the friendlier it is. Actually,
I'll take your word for it. I ain't getting near a fucking spider. I hate spiders,
dude. I hate spiders too, but part of my job as an electrician, I have to crawl into people's houses,
creeping and crawling.
Oh, dude, I take what I call a web catcher with me. It's just a stick, and then I just catch webs. And if I see a spider, I just put them on there. It's like, get out of my way.
Really, you're nice with them? You crazy, man?
Oh, dude, come on, man. We're all just creatures trying to live amongst others.
Hey, this is what I say. Nothing pisses me off more than when I'm eating my food and then you got a fly like sitting by the table rubbing his hands.
Flies are pests, man.
Hey, don't we all gotta live in this world, Mikey?
Yeah, no, it's just dude. Yeah, I feel you.
I say I'm also an introvert, but this is an extrovert world. Yeah, so no matter if you're introverted, you have to be extroverted. You get me? You could just mask it up, even for that moment, even for that hour, 30 minutes, whatever you need to be on stage. Mask it, boom, get that shit done, and then you could go back to being, by yourself. But you need that exposure. You need to grow, and you need like that.
Yeah. See, it's just like It's just like how kids don't even know how to fucking have a conversation.
Yeah,
these days.
yeah.
It's like everyone's just
scared. Like they can't even make eye contact without having a conversation with somebody. I tried speaking with them. It's not all of them, but I would just say 99.9%. But it's just like, since they were born with their phones in their hand with the internet era, it's not like when you and I were growing up. We still had no internet. We had no cell phones.
We're probably like the last generation of kids that know how to use a rotary phone.
That's what I was talking to her about it yesterday. I'm like, we're the gap between the old generation and the new, because we know what it's like to be in an era without internet, just playing with your friends till the fucking street light turns on. And then we also started growing up with the cell phone, the Razor, the fucking first iPhone, boom, boom, boom. We started growing up with it. That's why we could.
That's why we relate to both the younger generation who has this, who had this all their life, compared to people who probably just still don't. People who still have a flip phone,
Yeah, there still is people with flip phones.
Dude, one of my bosses still has a flip phone.
Mm-hmm. So hard to send dick pics on those.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing but pixelation.
Yeah, right?
You're like, baby, I swear one of those pixels is mine. Yeah, but, as I was saying, extroverted. That's why I feel I push people to definitely get out of their comfort zone. Because usually when you don't want to do something, that's really important for you to do. It's like when people have to go to the doctor. I really don't want to go to the doctor, but it's going to do you good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, why didn't I go to the doctor sooner?
Yeah. It's once you get there, that's when you're like, oh, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
But you have to actually make the effort, move them fucking legs, and get to where you need to be. And then you'll get that experience point.
That's a lot of it, too, with playing. A lot of it, too, with playing with other people is it's like, sometimes you'll get a random text message. It's like, hey man, I heard you play this. It's like, it's like why don't you we're looking for a guitar player in this band. Why don't you come over? And it's like, you got to make that effort to actually go out there. And it's like, hey, I don't know any of these guys. These guys might be fucking whack. And these guys might be the coolest people I ever meet.
You gotta try.
But you'll never fucking know unless you get out there.
And that's what it is. You gotta just do it. You get me? Just go out there. You don't.
Dude, when I auditioned for that country band, I was scared as fuck, dude. It's like, but I'm just playing country bass. But I didn't know that these people were gonna like some fucking weird Mexican dude who doesn't play country music. Like, hey, I showed up. It was like, hey, just so you guys know, it was like, country music isn't my strong suit. It's like, and then the drummer at the time was a guy that I was jamming with beforehand, and he passed away recently. So, but he was a really dear friend of mine. His name, we jammed when I was jamming with him. We were playing like heavier rock, like AC/DC and
the good classics right there.
Yeah, like AC/DC and like Ted Nugent and stuff.
Ted Nugent,
hell yeah.
I like him too.
Yeah. when like I told them if because they were looking for bass players and I was just looking for a gig, just to put my foot in the door somewhere, so people would know, hey, this guy's a bass player, and I told them like I'm country's not my strong suit, and then the drummer's like, well, it is now.
You better learn to love
you're
it.
gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today. But that's the only way you're gonna be able to
just fucking go, man.
with other people. You get me? You cannot fucking shine in a closet.
Dude, it's a lot easier than it looks, and like I could, dude. It's like it if you just fucking have the motivation to, and actually are willing to, find an instrument and like learn how to play it. It's like you're gonna learn. If like you have that will.
There's no other thing. If you keep doing something over and over again, it's going to get easier, thus making it simpler for you to understand and then just making you better at it. It's just, it's because when people usually don't want to put in time because that means that you have to keep doing it over and over again. It's like going to the gym. You want to go to the gym one day and then be ripped.
It becomes a chore for them. But guess what? Life's a fucking chore, so get to work.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to wake up and someone's going to pay you $1 billion. You get me? It's every day, I say at least, if you're putting in 8 hours for somebody else, put in 1 hour for yourself. You get me? That 1 hour will help you get ahead. Because right now, that 1 hour is probably way more ahead than somebody else because they're not putting in that hour.
Yeah, that hour that they put into, watching their soap operas or shit at night, that it could be an hour that they could be putting into something else. That's
not my telenovelas.
Oh, come on, dude.
El Señor de los Cielos.
Come on, dude. Soy la dueña, dude. I fucking love that one.
I used to love watching those with my parents. Well, my mom especially.
Did you ever watch Ruby?
Yeah. Did you ever see Ruby?
Dude, I had
that little girl.
Weirdo.
Hey, he was younger at the time.
Yeah, right.
I was only 28. Good old fucking novela rebelde, all of them.
Oh, fuck, dude. But like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with sitting down and watching TV, but it's like do that like once you've gotten all your work done. It's like there's a matter of everything in life takes work, whether it's fun or not. It's like it's gonna take work to learn how to ride a skateboard.
Yeah.
It's gonna take work, fucking learning how to twerk and shit.
Lord knows I've tried.
But you got. Some people are willing to work, and some people just want to lay down and die.
Yeah, it's you. The only way you're gonna sink is if you stop swimming. So just keep fucking paddling those arms. I gotta take a piss real quick. Let me take a piss. Do you gotta go?
Yeah.
The wondering mind.
Fucking fetal.
That's all right. I just be a pussy magnet.
Hell yeah. I told you were good looking. And we're back. All right. Bathroom break is over. We left off with I don't even know where we left off. What? Oh, we were talking about motivation. You have to keep doing it every fucking day. Okay. But yeah, if you don't keep putting in the practice, it's not gonna fucking work. But let's stray off that topic real quick. Let me just, Mikey, you were in wrestling. I want to know a little about your wrestling career.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
Hey, Mike, if you guys don't know this, Mikey and I were in wrestling. We're on the same wrestling team.
Yeah, man. Fucking Lex Minutemen JV.
Hey, I was varsity, okay, Mikey?
Oh, yeah. But
the only person in that weight. That's why I was varsity.
No, I was in wrestling. Like, I sometimes think about, like, man, why didn't I put more effort into it? But it's like, I'm kind of glad I wasn't. It's like I didn't dedicate my whole life to it, because like as much as I liked wrestling, it's like I didn't see myself being a wrestler after high school.
Well, how do you get into wrestling then?
Oh, dude, my mom pushed me to do all sorts of activities to keep me out of trouble in school, man. Like my mom was like, "You do something, man. I don't want you like." My mom was like, "You're not gonna like." My mom was like, "You're not gonna like come home and just fucking sit on your ass. You're gonna I want you to do something, and I don't want you getting in trouble with your friends." So like I dabbled in like whatever sports I could in middle school, but you know I sucked at all of them. You know.
Which ones did you first try?
Oh, dude, I did football and
Oof.
I did football and I sucked at that.
Middle school or high school?
Both I did freshman and sophomore year football, but you know you remember my size in high school. You know?
Mikey was about 6 feet 12. He was 300 pounds.
I was like in high school. I was like 5'2", and like my senior year, I weighed 140 pounds.
That's the epitome of an athlete right there.
Like my sophomore year, I tried cutting down to 103 pounds.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and like I got to like 107, like 106, and like
God damn.
Yeah, and like Coach Vermos was like, you know, you're probably gonna kill yourself if you keep going. And like they had that whole hydration test, so you could only lose a certain amount of weight per week or something. Mm-hmm. So I just ended up wrestling 112 and 119. It was like, fuck that, I don't want to cut that much weight, man.
Yeah, even 112, that's fucking skinny, man. That's crazy.
I ended up wrestling just 19.
I was wrestling at 165. That's my weight at the time. And I didn't have to cut nothing because I was weighing in like 150. So I seen everybody barfing and fucking running, got the fucking trash bags. I'm over here eating a bag of chips. I'm like, it's not that hard, guys. What are you guys doing?
No, you bastard. No.
It was a hard. Yeah.
No, but like I liked wrestling because I found that it's like if I didn't have anywhere to release all the anger and all that shit of like getting picked on and shit in school, is like,
yeah,
I did it there. Like even though it's like I got my ass kicked a lot, but it's like it was still a good learning lesson for me. It's like I watched the movie. I can't remember what, but like this kid learns karate. Like you learn karate not to like you don't learn karate to fight. You learn karate, so you learn not to fight.
Mm-hmm. You got that self-defense just in case it goes down. But
it's like you learn to fight so that you don't have to, and that's the way I saw it. It's like I gotta learn wrestling, even though I'm not good. It's like I gotta learn it because one day some fool's gonna try to run up on me, and
you know how to sprawl.
You know, yeah,
hell yeah. That sprawl has come in handy. I'm telling you, I've been in fights, and they just like try to tackle. You know, right? They do the classic grab you around the waist and try to fucking throw you on the ground. That's when you sprawl, put their fucking head down. Next thing you know, you're on top of them. Do the little circle around. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, they're eating concrete and you're happy.
Yeah.
And you get a criminal
criminal record and disturbing the peace.
Quick sprawl. But
no, dude, some wrestling help me like later in life, like, you know, in college, motherfuckers think that they're better, like think that they could run up on you and pick on you and shit. And
yeah.
1 minute they're trying to fucking get up, later come up behind you and fucking try to full Nelson. You just fucking already know how to get out of that.
It comes really in handy because it's a lot of these moves. Like, you know, I still remember them. That's how much we drilled them in fucking wrestling.
Drill matches where you got to constantly take down,
yeah.
take down.
Oh, man. Fucking wrestling is no joke, man. That's probably the hardest sport I ever joined.
The best thing, I did cross country my senior year.
Oh, that's even fucking, I feel like that's harder than wrestling, bro.
Dude, the best thing I ever did for myself in cross country was join wrestling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It helped out with your stamina, huh?
Dude, okay. Every week of conditioning week for wrestling, freshman through junior year was fucking hell. I hated it. It's like, man, like the wrestling season's gonna suck, man. I'm gonna I'm out of shape. You know, senior year after coming in fresh off of cross country, we finished conditioning training. I was just like, all right, let's go again, guys. You know, I'm with it. Let's
damn,
dude. I hate that I let my I hate that I didn't keep up with all the working out that I used to do.
That's a lot though, man.
It is.
How much would you be running for cross country?
Dude, I was a JV runner, and we were still running like 5-6 miles a day. God
damn, that's fucking 4.5 miles more than I would like to.
Yeah. See, and see in the race, every race that you do in cross country, as the guys run 3.1 miles, 5 kilometers. Girls run 4 kilometers, 2.4 miles.
Shit.
Yeah. So we were practicing for a 3-point-mile run, but like varsity was running like 10 miles a fucking day, dude. Dude.
No mames.
Oh, dude, I used to see your brother long-legged
over here.
Dude, fucking Jesus used to fucking practice with like he'd be on the varsity team sometimes, so I'd see him and all the other varsity guys fucking run with Joker. I'm just like, fuck that.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and like even with the shorter runs that I had, running only like 4 or 5 miles a day, it's like, I don't know, like, dude, some people, like, I props to anybody who can run a fucking marathon, because like,
no, that is
like,
too much,
dude. They have markers at the cross country races for every kilometer. And like by the 3rd kilometer, you're just like, fucking kill me.
what hurts more, the legs or running out of breath, or what really hurts?
It's more of like a combination of both. But like I came in from another sport, you know, like I didn't play football my junior year, so all I did was go to open mat with Bill in the mornings. But like I started getting like a lot of pain in my shins and stuff.
Shin splits?
I think that's what it is. But like, it's like there'd be times where like I'd start off a run good, and then like midway through I could just feel like this pain that wouldn't let me pick up my legs and stuff. It's like I was running slower. So like I'd tell Coach Joko about it, and like he would tell me like, when you're at home, like, always walk barefoot. It's like don't wear shoes on your hands. Like even if you're just in your socks, like don't wear shoes at home. It's like,
why? What does that help with?
Letting your feet spread out, and like letting your feet learn how to balance all of the weight on the feet instead of just like a certain point that's making your shin like hurt. But it's like I had a lot of that through the season, so like that was just common. But like I never felt out of breath. It's just like more of a pain issue. This is probably the pain that hurt.
It's because you played the fucking tuba. We'll bring it back to his fucking big lungs over here.
Fucking playing the fucking baritone and all these big instruments. You would think
Yo, that's one thing too, because for those of you that don't know, cross country is a very lonely fucking sport, because there's, you know, in basketball you got the court, everybody's watching you. In soccer, you got the field, everyone's watching you. And cross country, you run into a fucking forest and nobody sees you until
the next area of crowds. Like
if you're there.
One of my favorite cross country meets was one that we ran like in Lincoln. And it's like it was in like a state park or something, but it was a forest, and it was beautiful and all this. And it was probably my favorite run because of how little people I saw, because I was one of the last place runners, you know. So you know, even in the areas where the crowd would gather, you know, there wouldn't be that much people. So I was like, hell yeah, I like this.
No flash photography, please. But you gotta get the scenic route though. Oh
yeah, dude, that's one thing I'll appreciate about cross country is like the view. And it's like people need to run. It's like I think anybody, even if it's for like a 10-minute jog or a walk, people need to walk or jog, because it gets the mind racing.
Yeah.
It's like whenever you're working through that, it just makes you realize how little all you and your problems are.
Hell yeah! Plus, you release, what is this, dopamine or serotonin? One of those.
And the runner's high.
Yeah, I've had that. Is a real thing, man. That feels so fucking good.
Yeah, dude.
Like after I run, but on the treadmill, and after running off the treadmill, it just feels so fucking good. It's also like the same as a lifter's high, right? It's just working.
Where are you working out at?
Anytime Fitness.
Here in Kearney?
Yeah, here in Kearney. I like it because you could go at any time, right?
Yeah.
I like, as you guys know, I'm always up at 4 a.m. every morning working out. Before work, on the weekends, there's no days off, right? It's just, I feel good working out. And, you know, it's like, don't you get tired throughout the day? I'm like, hell no, that shit fucking wakes me up.
Yeah.
I feel, it's like my cup of coffee, man, now.
It's a matter of just going out there and doing it, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. It's just actually practicing.
Dude, I'm so bad about, like, I rarely work out. It's just, the only working out I do is probably riding my skateboard nowadays, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really need to get on it again.
Do you do tricks, or is it just cruising around?
Cruising. Yeah,
you need to get a longboard, man.
No, I do got a longboard.
Oh, so
I got like 4 or 5 longboards.
You see my longboard right there?
Yeah, no, I've been looking at it. I've been eyeballing.
It's a beautiful Arbor longboard. Back in the day, this is before I had my one wheel. I'd be riding this thing. I'd come here to Kearney. This is when I was living in Lex.
You remember that time we got together and smoked weed at Morton Elementary in the parking lot, and then we cruised around town, Lex?
Oh yeah, huh? I forgot about that fucking time.
You had like this old school board that wasn't tightened all the way.
It was a Walmart board.
Yeah, so it was like kind of hard to keep balance on it and shit.
I was like falling.
Yeah, just like, man, what the hell's wrong with this guy? I know he knows how to ride a board. And then you get me your board. It's like, dude, this board sucks.
Throw the piece of shit away. That's when I learned Walmart boards suck dick.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, yeah, like, do you remember when Target used to sell guitars?
They used to sell guitars?
Yeah, First Act was the brand name.
And horrible or what?
If you were to use it on stage with like one of the bands I play with, they'd probably tell you to get fuck off.
Hey, why don't you get the fuck out of here and take your guitar with you?
Yeah.
I got this Arbor long. The longboard I'm staring at is an Arbor longboard, straight from Hawaii. All right, I got this board for like $250. This was when I was deep into the longboard game. So
Before you got the Nimbus?
Before I got my Nimbus. How do you know it was named Nimbus?
Bro, you post it all the time on Facebook.
I'm over here. Are you reading my fucking mind, Mikey?
I'm a fucking stalker, man.
He's in my text messages.
I hit up the DMs, man.
He's going down in the DMs. I'd bring this board all the way to Kearney. And Kearney is, for those of you that don't know, it's fucking hilly. So I'd go on the biggest hill I could find.
Paradise here, man.
And then just cruise down those fucking slopes. It feels so fucking good. No helmet. I was fucking crazy.
Not having to push and just standing on your board and feeling the
it
wind.
feels so good. Yeah, you just feel free, man. And then you could just turn it when you want to go. It just feels real smooth.
Like when you're turning, you just like all you have to do is lean into it. Yeah.
That is amazing right there.
Oh, dude, I love boarding, man. It's like I want to learn how to master all forms of boarding. It's like I want to learn how to I know how to longboard, but it's like I want to learn how to snowboard. It's like I want to learn how to mountain board. You know, you ever seen those off-road boards?
I have not.
There's like some people. You know that bike course that's out west of town?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
like,
BMX place?
Yeah. Like,
I fucking take my one wheel there.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
But there's mountain boards where like they're just like long boards, but the wheels are made for off-road.
Oh, really? So they're thicker and like a tire?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's dope.
It's mountain boarding. It's more like, it's like street skating meets like snowboarding, but you know, it's all dirt boarding. But like, I also want to learn how to surf. It's just.
Oh, yeah. Surfing would be sick.
Yeah, man.
But we're in a landlocked state, so ain't no.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be riding Johnson's Lake here.
Well, see, there's this one park in like Atlanta. It's like, I know that's fucking far away.
Hot Atlanta.
But there's this one like wave park where it simulates actual sea waves, so you can surf there.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
You just jump on the board and then you're like riding it.
Yeah, it's just like surfing in real life, but it's just in a big old pool. It just has a wave simulator.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Until you fall off and then you just hit him. Help me!
Turn off the waves.
I'm drowning. But yeah, I'm gonna have to show you my one wheel here in a bit. Then that shit is, it's like I said, if you know how to skateboard, it'll come very naturally. It's very easy.
Hell yeah, dude.
I like to get a couple bruises in me and then just ride this thing. Especially since we're like in these rich white people neighborhoods, man, I just be going in their driveway. They'd be like, "Get off my lawn, Mexican!" Like, unless you're gonna cut this fucking yard, I'm just like, I'm fucking, it's fun.
I actually worked on a house like a couple blocks away from here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
These good fucking housing here, huh?
Oh, it's fucking expensive.
Over $300,000, and then the minimum is $200,000 for a home. Yeah, it's good money here. They all want to be on a hill.
I'm currently looking. I'm looking to buy a house like more like towards like the Holdridge area.
Holdridge,
like Bertrand or like around there, just because. Like I literally saw this house on the market the other day. It was like 3 bedrooms and 2 baths for $88,000.
That's a good price right there.
Yeah,
that's real. 3 bedrooms, yeah.
2 bathrooms,
and
too.
2 bathrooms.
Yeah. Like
how's the yardage?
Oh, dude, I drove by the place. It's just like probably got like a good half acre.
Oh yeah, I love me a good fucking yard. That's
you gotta have a yard, man.
That's one thing. That's one con about living in an apartment. No yard.
No privacy.
No. Yeah, the neighbors hear me jacking off and everything. partly because I'm in the front door, but yeah, no privacy at all.
Kevin.
I can't wait to have my own fucking backyard and be able to fucking finger blast myself there. You know?
Film your OnlyFans stuff there.
Shit, hey, OnlyFans coming out soon. Get ready. Let's see if I had any more guitar questions here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. Here's a good one. When you're on stage, what's going through your head, or is it just simply I got to get the right notes in, or is it you're taking it in, or what's going on?
That is a really good question. It's like I don't think anybody's ever asked me that. It's like, but most of the time, I like to. Okay, it's like I like to wear sunglasses on stage, not only because it makes you look cooler, but
it does. Shout out to what's his name, Ray Charles.
Yeah. No, but like it's like we usually have a lot of bright lights in our face.
Yeah.
So it's like the lights kind of get in my eyes sometimes, and it's like I look at my guitar a lot more than I should. And most of the time, I'm trying not to think.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to feel everything. It's like I'm trying to feel what my singer's feeling. It's like trying to feel what the drummer's feeling. It's just like it's more of trying to get lost in your own thoughts. It's like not in your thoughts, but like just trying to get lost and trying to escape the crueling reality we call life.
Yeah. So
it's just like paid gig or not. It's like if I'm walking out of this gig with $300, if I'm walking away from this gig with me paying gas money and hotel room and all that, it's like if I'm paying or if I'm getting paid, either way I'm having a blast with my friends on stage.
That's something only like not to get gay or anything, but artsy people get. You get me? No matter the stage time is very important. Like you say, no matter if you have to pay or you're getting paid, it's fucking
because even though I don't really make eye contact with whoever is out in the crowd, it's just like if our collective effort touches people, it moves people. It's like it moves me back. It's like knowing that like the work I've put into this is like whenever you're playing in a band, you're expressing yourself. You know.
Yeah.
So you're expressing like it's like it's hard to say with music because you're just playing notes, but it's like you can really feel what another person's feeling off of what they're playing.
Yep. And the crowd is very important because I mean it's not you're playing for them, but they're also there for you.
Yeah.
So like it's just a synchronicity dance that you're doing between each other.
Yeah, it's like I never got it until like I never understood why like whenever like at the end of a show whenever like artists would be like, oh, thank you guys, like you made it through, and like it's like it's just like it's like thanking people for indulging in what you're expressing.
Yeah,
it's like thank you for letting me express myself.
Yeah,
I never got it until I played like my first show. It's just like it's like when you're done playing, and if you know you played the best that you could. It's like it feels great. It's just like whether if it was a bad show or the good show, if you went out there and you fucking expressed what you have inside.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think defines a good show.
Hell yeah! If you feel like positive about yourself, because that high is amazing. You get off stage.
Oh, dude, it's so great, dude. It's like that feeling, dude. That feeling was like when I get like. Most of the shows I've played with, like, not cover. Anytime I play in a cover band, I'm usually playing the whole night, like 9 to 1 or something. Mm-hmm. But like if I'm playing like in an original music band, you're usually playing just like a set, like just a set, like an hour-long set. But like whenever you're playing a show with other bands, and like let's say I opened up for this other band and they give you a shout out. I was like, hey, give a shout out to the Swinbirds, they killed it. It's just like that sounds good. That feels fucking good, man. And it's like
does.
Like it's not much, but it feels fucking great.
It's a world.
They connected with it, but like not only that, but when people say, hey, you fucking great job. It's like whether it's a bad show, like whether it's a bad show or not, it's like and people connected with you is just that's all that matters. Like you expressed yourself and you connected to someone.
That's what most artists are always looking for, to connect. Whether it's his music, whether it's my word, it's everything.
Yeah, it's like a good way of saying. It's a way of saying this is what I got to say, and some people might feel the same way, but like some people might not, and those people, they're allowed to feel that way, but they don't have to come up to you after the show, and people could come up to you and it's like, hey man, that it's like you guys probably could have done better. It's like, fuck that shit, dude. Nah.
Yeah, well, it's like you get up on fucking stage and do it then. You get me?
But
I feel, because being able to get stage time is something that is not easy. You get me?
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Go ahead.
It's like being on stage is like a gift to both you and the audience, depending on how you play, but like especially to you yourself, because you've probably been working for this right here. You're like, I've been practicing. I've been
like I mentioned to you before this. Like it's great that that you have a podcast, because like everyone deserves to be heard out.
Yeah.
Like there's people that I know that don't speak more than like 10 words in a day. But they're probably like the best musicians you'll ever meet.
Yeah. I mean, like I was saying, this podcast is just to get like behind the scenes of like the community. You get me? I feel like there's great local talent. I could keep saying.
Oh, dude, people need to get out and support local music around here. There is a lot of fine acts around here. Like, I feel like people just think it's just heavy metal or country music, but there's a lot of music in between that's played around the area.
Whether that's rap, country, heavy metal. Yeah, there's a lot of
there's a good variety of local bands around the area. And people who don't think that they could start a band, I got news for you. You fucking can. You just need to fucking work at it.
You just got to have the actual ambition and drive to do it. It's not just, well, I want to start a band and then not do anything. Those words have to have action behind them. Saying something doesn't mean it's going to come to fruition. You have to fucking do it.
It ain't easy.
Definitely. It's just like I said, going to the gym. You have to go in every fucking day to get fucking ripped. It's not like you're going to be great. Some people may be gifted, but they aren't talented. Talent is fucking when you put in the work behind your gift. Somebody that is not gifted could just keep working and working, and then they grow their talent. Meanwhile, you thought you were great with your gift, but if you fucking harness that gift and make it better, that's when you become the best. You get me? But you have to put in action behind those words. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm glad there's people like you out here actually pursuing their dreams, pursuing what they want to do.
I'm glad that there's more than just me out here.
Yeah,
there's tons of people out there, dude. There's people that I meet people every month that I find out that can play an instrument.
Yeah,
it's like every month I meet someone new. It's like my coworker that I work with. His name is Cody Popkin. He's also Isaac's brother-in-law.
Okay.
I found out recently that he played in a band, and it's like, I was like, dude, why didn't you fucking tell me? He's like that he played me his music, and like, they're not like as good as like Joe Satriani or like some of these big name guitar players, but like you could tell that they all put in the work behind it.
Yeah,
and it was like they all fucking, they all got to it, and it's like that's what matters the most, and it's like. Almost every musician I've met in this area are some of the nicest people I've met too.
Yeah, definitely. It's just actually you don't even have to be like the fucking best. It's just people want to have everything. I have to have the money, the fame. It's like, do what you love, man. If you like playing the guitar, just play the fucking guitar.
Yeah,
you get me? I like podcasting. I love doing comedy. So I just do podcast and comedy.
Yeah, dude.
It's just do what you fucking like. You get me? You don't have the next person don't have to agree with you. It's like
you don't. Like, you ain't gotta be like fucking good at it either. It's just you just gotta fucking do it.
You get something out of it if you put in at least some effort in whatever you.
Negative reviews work just as good as positive reviews, people.
Because at the end of the day, you're still getting reviewed, right? Because somebody is actually listening to your fucking stuff. And let's just go ahead and leave on this note that we're on a good note. Fucking do what you love, okay? No matter what it is.
Hell yeah.
Put in some work. Fucking do what you want. If you're going to be an artist, draw. If you're going to be a rapper, rap. If you're going to be a porn star, fuck, okay? Everybody do what you fucking want. But
someone tells you you suck, fuck them.
Literally and figuratively. But on that note, let me see if we got everything out I need to talk about. Yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you guys for staying tuned for another great episode of the Wandering Mind podcast. Thank you, Mikey, for coming through.
Thanks, Kevin. I was just playing footsies with you. Sorry.
I was hoping you wouldn't stop. But we'll be back next week with another great and exciting episode. Of course, it'll be me and Maria. Oh, wait, no, this one, we're going to see. I think we'll see what we upload, okay? It's whatever. It's a mystery box. But we'll be here every Wednesday, every Wondering Mind Wednesday. Mark it on the calendar, helping you get through the hump day while I hump your ears.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
What day is it? We'll see you guys next week. Later.
Peace. The Wondering Mind. The Wondering Mind. The Wondering Mind.
Where the mind wanders.